Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jeff Davis welcoming you on the Home of Champions Network of the New York Yankees to baseball time from Fenway Park in Boston. Under cloudy skies, somewhat threatening, I'd say at this point. It might rain at almost any time, the way it looks now. We're about to play the Boston Red Sox, and, of course, the Yankees send your way all of the thrills of the play-by-play. Description by Mel Allen, voice of the Yankees, and his traveling sidekick, Phil Rizzuto. Yours truly along for the ride, and words here and there for Atlantic. P. Ballantine and Son, the co-sponsor, brews the famous three-ring Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher anytime, and now the largest selling beer in the East. In the first half of today's game, your hosts, Atlantic dealers everywhere, and the Atlantic Refining Company, bringing you sensational Atlantic Imperial gasoline, your car's power mate for 58.
Atlantic keeps your car on the go. For business, for pleasure, in any kind of weather, Atlantic keeps your car on the go.
When you want to go places and do things, what a pleasure your driving can be.
For quality products and top-notch service, your Atlantic dealer is the man to see. Atlantic keeps your car on the go, 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 go. Keep on the go with Atlantic.
Yes, sir, the good old summertime is here. It's summery at Fenway in Boston as far as temperature's concerned. And we're hoping that we won't get a summer thunder shower before this game is over. Starting lineups are about set. Phil Rizzuto's over there checking the last of his scorecard. As he'll keep score, of course, as he describes the play. Engineer Pappy Durkin of Sports Network. Bill Velastro, looking tall and handsome and well-tanned. The golfer in our engineering crew in the Home of Champions Network. Well, now, let's see. Batting for the Yankees today, leading off, and playing in right field, Hank Bauer. Batting second at shortstop, Tony Kubek. Batting third in center field, Mickey Mantle. Batting cleanup and catching, Yogi Berra. Batting fifth for Casey, Gil McDougald at second base. Batting sixth in left field, young Norm Seaburn. Batting seventh at third base, Jerry Lumpy. Batting eighth at first base will be Marv Throneberry. Muscaron still out, but available for pinch hitting duties. And pitching today and batting ninth will be Don Larson. For the Boston Red Sox, Don Budden, shortstop. Batting number one, Don Budden, playing in the short field. Batting in the second slot will be second baseman Pete Runnels. Batting third, Ted Williams in left field. Batting cleanup, Frank Malzone, the third baseman. Batting number 5 in the order, right fielder Jackie Jensen. Batting sixth at first base, Dick Gurnett. Batting seventh in center field, Jimmy Pearsall. Batting eighth and catching, tall Sammy White. And batting ninth and pitching in another start against the Yankees, whom he finds so difficult to beat, will be Tom Brewer. And, of course, if Mr. Brewer has it, well, that's the way it'll be, a victory for him. If the Yankees get to his pitching service, delivery, well, it could be a victory. That's why the game is played, isn't it? Back at the plate, calling balls and strikes, will be Frank Dumont. Behind, at first base will be the senior umpire, still active in the American League, Bill Summers. At second base, Jim Honeychick. And at third base, Hank Soar. Also in the broadcasting box, of course, Mel is quite a distance from us on the radio end. He's over in the television cameras for the metropolitan New York City audience. And NBC is here today. Leo DeRocher doing the play-by-play with his sidekick. So it's fully covered. Of course, Kurt Gowdy, voice of the Boston Red Sox, is right next door to us with radio and TV for the Boston Red Sox network service. So we're ready to look at the action. May I remind you again, Ballantine and Atlantic bring you another game and another great season of Yankee play all over the Home of Champions Network. Our broadcast, by authority of the New York Yankees, intended solely for the private enjoyment of you, our listening audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the play-by-play description without the express consent of the Yankees is prohibited. We're not in our usual spot today, to be truthful, as far as radio casting is concerned. We're usually a little more toward back of the plate. Phil is over to the far right end of the new area that's been given to us, and we're a little higher up than usual. And we'll see all of the action on all of the field, and I hope you enjoy the thrills of the action. Baseball this coming week will be on our network, sort of hit and miss. And we'll have a look at the schedule. Let me see. We'll have a single game tomorrow And the stations might note that also. I think Phil Velasquez on the conference calls, monitor service before the game, indicate it'll be a single game. Here come the umpires out on the field. Bill Summers leading them toward home plate. Casey Stengel. He coming out of the dugout, pauses the top step, has the cards, make sure that order is correct. The manager always checks that, because once the card is presented to the senior umpire of the day, the umpire-in-chief of a ball game, that's the way the fellows have to bat. And there have been instances in years gone by where one fellow would be in the wrong spot or not what the manager intended. But whenever the listing is, when the umpire receives it, it cannot be changed until the first time around. Well, now let's see. Next week, we'll have an off day on Monday. And on Tuesday, it will be a blank day on the network. Wednesday, Cleveland at Yankee Stadium. It'll be part of a lengthier homestand for the New York Yankees, the last homestand at the stadium against the Western ball clubs. Thursday night will be another open day because it's a night game against Chicago. Friday we'll have a broadcast in the afternoon against the White Sox. So next Wednesday and next Friday afternoons, and then, of course, into next weekend. A week from today, Chicago, last ladies' day of the season. It will be at Yankee Stadium, and a big doubleheader against Detroit a week from tomorrow, Sunday, August the 24th. Get your tickets, join us in person, or tune Yankee broadcast with Mel, Red Barber, Phil Rizzuto, and yours truly, Jeff Davis, all from the stadium when the team's at home. Well, the days are flying by. Getting near the end of the season. Well, fans are still coming in Fenway. It's going to be a packed ballpark today. And this rivalry, of course, is one that draws fans as fast at Fenway as it does at Yankee Stadium. Only last weekend, they set a great record again. Or I should say, it's been the first largest crowd, rather, let's put it that way, since 1951. It was Old Timers' Day. Here, 7 days later, that's part of history again, and we're on to another chapter. They break up the huddle at home plate. Phil?
Casey breaks into a sprint and then stops. Case always puts on a show for the customers. You make him believe he's coming up into the stands and then breaks over into the Yankee dugout. And now Casey's calling all the Yankee ball players to line up on the top step of the Yankee dugout. And the Red Sox ball players are doing the same thing, lining up along the top of the dugouts. And we're just waiting for the announcement over the public address system. Fred Cusick, who does such a fine job up here at Fenway Park. He's also the director of sports on WEEI here in Boston. Now all the players are lined up. And now the announcement. Everyone stand for a moment of silence in tribute to Babe Ruth.
May we ask that you stand together with the present-day players of these two clubs in a moment of silent prayer in memory of Babe Ruth. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
We interrupt the ball game for a special bulletin from the WOKO newsroom. And now we go to special reporter Charles Murn on the scene.
This is Charles Murn of the news staff of WOKO reporting from a scene of a fatal shooting here in Albany. A Mr. Carhart, estranged from his family, returned to the house to shoot his wife and son, and then shot himself. It is believed that Mr. Carhart is dead, and the wife and son are in critical condition, or possibly may have died by now. 3 smaller children escaped to a neighbor's house by escaping through a rear door. The children came running to a neighbor shouting, "Daddy just shot Mommy." The victims had been removed from the scene. The scene of the shooting was 665 Delaware Avenue in Albany.
You have just heard a special report from special reporter Charles Murn on the scene to the WOKO newsroom. Any further details will be brought to you immediately over old reliable WOKO, first in Albany, New York. We return you now to Fenway Park in Boston.
Look in on the scene and see which club is victorious. Phil?
Yet the times that I faced him, and times that the Yankee players have faced him, they say that he has as sharp a curveball and as live a fastball as any other pitcher in the big leagues. It's just that certain pitchers don't do well against certain teams, no matter how hard they try, no matter how much stuff they have on the ball. Hank Bauer steps into the batter's box. Hank's batting .288. He has 17 doubles, 6 triples, 10 homers, and 39 runs batted in. Red Sox defeated the Yankees last night. Young Ted Boesfield turning in a nice job. The first pitch of the ball game, high inside. Bauer leans away from a high inside fastball. Ball 1. Frank Crissetti coaching down at third. Ralph Houck over at first. The sun is trying to break through an overcast sky. The 1-0 pitch is strike 1 call. Sidearm curveball nipped the outside corner. And as we told you, we're between third and home doing this game, and our look at the plate is a little different than from right and back of the plate. Here's a high fly to short left center field. Jimmy Pearsall with the glasses down. Under it. Makes the catch for out number 1. Bauer flies to Pearsall in short left center field. And the field has dried out beautifully since last night. Last night there were puddles all over the field. The outfield is slipping and sliding around. A lot of credit goes to the ground crew here at Fenway Park, and of course to Tom Yorkie, the owner, and Joe Cronin, the general manager. Keep things in wonderful shape here. Tony Kubek swings and sends a ground ball. Budden backhands it to throw to first. In time to get Tony Kubek. A beautiful play by Don Budden, who had to go in the hole between third and short, backhand the ball, and fire to first to get Tony Kubek, and Tony can go down that line, 2 away, and here's Mickey Mantle. Kubek went up there hitting .274. Mickey's batting .306. He has 16 doubles, no triples, 33 homers, and 72 runs batted in. On deck, Yogi Berra. The pitch to Mantle. Strike 1, he swings and misses. The crowd loves to get on Mickey up here. Just about any park. The pitch to Mickey is a curve in the dirt, rolls back to the screen, 1-1. Sammy White is checking his catcher's glove. That ball went right through the webbing. Sammy ties a couple of knots in it. Very dangerous, of course, especially with men on base. Should a ball go through the webbing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out here on the top of the first, no score. The pitch is hit high in the air to left center field. Williams and Pearsall over. They're both calling for it. Williams makes the catch as Pearsall crosses in back of him in deep left center field. And for the Yankees in the top of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no Red Sox errors, and nobody left on base. The score at the end of 1/2 inning of play, the Yankees nothing and the Red Sox coming to bat.
The way they'll summarize that, of course, 3 up, 3 down. Well, the big season for summer driving has been on for quite some days and weeks, and pretty soon the summer months will be at an end. But there are many more wonderful driving days still remaining. on into the pretty month of September, in which we say goodbye to summer and welcome the first of fall. But no matter whether you're driving distance on vacation or on a routine, regular trip for business, I'd like you to try Atlantic Imperial gasoline. You get the most from your driving. From Atlantic Imperial, it makes the moments back at the wheel of your automobile a genuine pleasure and a true economy. Because Atlantic Imperial gasoline is big in power, it's big in mileage and big in value. That's Imperial, today's best super octane buy. Imperial gives you that power mate drive, the genuine power that a big car engine of today demands, power that stretches into top economy mileage. Next time you plan a journey for business or pleasure, plan ahead with your head by starting at the Imperial pump at your Atlantic dealers, and then head for the highway and really enjoy power mate drive. And get ready to go in the bottom of the first inning. Don Budden, Pete Runnels, and Ted Williams. Don Larson, he's won 8 and lost 5. His lifetime record, he's won 48 and lost 49. And he's 2-1 against Boston this year. And against Boston lifetime, he's won 11, lost 10.
Don Budden steps into the batter's box, leading off for the Red Sox. He led off the game last night with a double off the left field wall. He's batting .233. The first pitch is low outside, ball 1. There's a foul off the mask of plate umpire Frank Umont. Frank straightens it out a little bit. Fires the new ball back to Don Larson. 1-1 the count on Budden. One ball, 1 strike to count on Don Budden. Nobody out, nobody on the bottom of the first. The pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1, as Larson tried to change up curveball. Don, of course, pitching with the no wind-up delivery, which he started right here at Fenway Park 2 years ago towards the end of the year. Ball 3, a high fastball inside. 3-1. Pete Runnels on deck. A 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Budden starts to go down to first base. Ball nipped the outside corner. Full count on Budden. 3-2. Jack Burns coaching down at third. Del Baker over at first for the Bo Sox. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball. Fair ball. Ricocheting off that left field wall. Budden around first and holds on. And then Budden goes to second. He slides and he's in there with a beautiful hook slide. As Tony Kubek, in the act of picking up the ball in short left field, skidded about 6 feet. And when Budden saw Kubek's feet go from under him, he continued to second after he had stopped halfway around. And Kubek's throw would pull McDougal off the bag. And let's see what they credit Budden with. They have not made an official score yet, whether that's a single and an error or a double. The ball was hit by third. As we've told you here at Fenway Park, the wall in front of the left field seats juts out to the foul line, and balls ricochet in the short left field. The shortstop has to be alert. And Kubek was, but the field is still a little wet, and he slipped in the act of picking up the ball. Budden is down at second base with the first base hit of the ball game. Pete Runnels takes a pitch low, ball 1. We have not had an official decision on whether that's a single or a double. The stretch, the pitch to Runnels is in the dirt, bounces in front of the plate. Yogi knocks it down, ball 2, 2-0 on Runnels. Pete leads the American League in batting with a .328 average. He has 25 doubles, 4 triples, 5 homers, 39 runs batted in. Don Budden leading off second base. Larson stretches. The pitch to Runnels is strike 1 call. And now they've decided to give Don Budden a double because of the wet turf out here in Fenway Park. And it wouldn't be fair to charge Kubek with an error. The stretch by Larson. The 2-1 pitch is hit on the ground to second base. McDougal up with it, fires to Throneberry for the out, but moving over to third, Don Budden. He's in scoring position, and here comes Ted Williams. Ted starts digging that big hole at home plate. Man, he's going to strike oil the way he digs. He really, look at him digging down there. He could really use his shovel. Plants that left foot firmly on the ground. A splendid splitter is hitting .312. He has 17 doubles, 2 triples, 20 homers, and 66 runs batted in. The infield playing way back. The first pitch is below the knees, ball 1. Yogi turns around, and Frank Umont follows Yogi out towards the pitcher's box. Yogi actually shows up an umpire. When he turns around and argues, there's no mistaking why Yogi is arguing. Some catchers can do it without turning their heads, but Yogi turns around, his shoulders sag. The pitch to Williams is low, ball 2, 2-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning, no score in the ball game, 1 away. Don Budden down at third base. The count 2 balls, no strikes on Ted Williams. On deck, Frank Malzone. The infield playing back. They're going to give the run to the Red Sox should he hit a ground ball. There's a drive to left field. Stephen going back near the scoreboard and makes the catch, tagging up Don Budden. Here he comes, and Budden scores after the catch, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. Norm Sebring, about 2 feet in front of the scoreboard out in left field, made that catch. The wind is blowing in a little bit. If that ball had been hit last night with the wind blowing out, it would have been against the fence for extra bases. But Ted Williams drives in his 67th run of the year, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. 2 out, and that'll bring up Frank Malzone. Malzone's batting .302. The third baseman batting in the cleanup spot. Swings, and there's a little Texas leaguer in the short left. Sebring digging in fast, and he drops the ball. He can't hold on to it. Malzone heading for second. Sebring throws, lying flat on the ground. The ball not in time. And Sebring skidded at least 15 feet that time as he dove for that ball. It hit in his glove, but his momentum knocked the ball out of his glove. And Malzone continued on to second base for another double. The second base hit off Don Larson. Sebring picked up that ball, lying flat on his back, tried to throw it to second base, but it just rolled there. Malzone is in with a stand-up double. 2 away. Here's Jackie Jensen. Jensen is batting .310. 24 doubles, 32 homers, and 102 runs batted in. The first pitch is strike 1 called, a fastball down the middle. At one spot out there in left field, almost the same spot in which Kubek slipped, Sebring slipped right near it, and they really did skid. There are certain low parts on the field where the water has to drain. That's one of them. The 1-strike pitch is low, ball 1, 1-1. Don Larson into a stretch position. The 1-1 pitch is low outside, ball 2. 2-1 on Jackie Jensen. 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox. We're playing the bottom of the first. 2 out. Frank Malzone down at second base. For Malzone, that was his 24th double of the year. The pitch to Jensen is low outside, ball 3, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike on Jackie. Here's the stretch. The pitch is popped in the air to short right field. Hank Bauer with the glasses down coming in under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first, 1 run on 2 base hits. No Yankee errors. 1 man left on base. The score at the end of 1 full inning, the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees 0. A look at the scoreboard in the American League. Washington at Baltimore tonight, Cleveland at Chicago tonight, Detroit at Kansas City. All night games. In the National League, Philadelphia at Milwaukee, Chicago at San Francisco, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. All day games, and they all start later on. And they're the only games scheduled in the National League. So we have very little action to report. And as we told you, today marks the 10th anniversary of the day that the great Babe Ruth passed away. And everyone stood for a moment of silence in respect to the Bambino. And we were looking at some of his records that he's made, and some which will never be beaten. He has the highest slugging average for a year, 847. He has the most home runs for one season, 60. Most home runs lifetime, 714. Most runs scored in a season, 177. The most home runs for 1 month by a left-hand batter, 17. And the most bases on balls received, 170. He also has quite a few pitching records. He started his career here in Boston as a pitcher and has quite a few records. And we'll pass them along to you later on in the game. Right now, Yogi Berra stepping up to lead off for the Yankees. Here in the bottom of the second, the first pitch to Yogi is hit on the ground. Runnels over to his left, up with the ball. Flips to Gurnett and it's one away, and Runnels was playing Berra perfectly in the hole, way over near first base. Yogi went up there batting .263. Here's Gil McDougall, the second baseman. McDougall batting an even .260. On deck, Norm Sebring. In last night's game, Casey Stengel had just 2 left-hand batters. Today he has 6 left-hand batters in the lineup. The pitch to Gil is low outside, ball 1. The only right-hand batters are Bauer, McDougall, and Larson. The 1-0 pitch to McDougall is pop foul in back of the Red Sox dugout, going out of play. Ricochets off the Skyview seats back down into the lower seats. Skyview seats here at Fenway are situated on the roof. They have 2 rows of them running from in back of first base to around here in back of third base down the left field line. Beautiful seats to watch a ball game. Tom Brewer into the windup. The 1-1 pitch to Gill is hit on the ground to third. Malzone, it can't get it. Right underneath his glove. He was there, but the ball scooted underneath his glove. It's a base hit for McDougall. And you very seldom see that happen. As the first base hit of the ball game for the Yankees. Malzone picks up some dirt, throws it on the ground. He knows that he could have had that ball. He made a play last night to end the ball game on Mantle, a much tougher play. But this one, he just didn't get the glove down on the ground. So McDougall's on at first with the Yankees' first hit. Here's Norm Sebring, the left fielder. Sebring's batting .306. Gurnett holding first against McDougall. The stretch, the pitch to Sebring is strike 1 call. A fastball on the outside corner. Jerry Lumpy is on deck. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. The curve is hit on the ground. Runnels backhands it, flips the button for 1. Back to first. Safe at first. A beautiful play by Pete Runnels, who went almost in back a second to backhand the ball in the same motion without taking the ball out of his glove. Flipped it backhanded to Button for the force on McDougall sliding in, but Button's throw not in time to double up Sebring. 2 nice plays by Pete Runnels, and it's 2 away. Sebring at first, the batter Jerry Lumpy. Lumpy batting .282. On deck, Marv Throneberry. First pitch to Lumpy is fouled to the right of the plate and over towards the Red Sox dugout. Strike 1. Sun starting to break through the clouds a little bit. They've been very lucky with the weather here for this weekend series. It's rained before and after the games, but hasn't rained during the game. The stretch by Brewer. The pitch to Lumpy is strike 2 call. Fastball right down the middle. Looked like Jerry was looking for the breaking stuff that time, and Brewer came in with a fastball. I tell you, if it rains today, we're all going to get soaked. We're right out in the open. on a little balcony overhanging the sky view seats. Nothing over our heads except the sky. The pitch to Lumpy is bounced on one hop to Gurnett, who takes 2 steps to the bag for the unassisted putout. And for the Yankees in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit. No Red Sox errors, 1 man left. The score at the end of an inning and a half, the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing.
From New England to Florida, Atlantic offers top quality in gasolines. If you want super octane power, long mileage, then ask for Atlantic Imperial gasoline, the gasoline that gives you that power-mate drive. Imperial from Atlantic Refining means top power. Power carefully designed to suit the engine requirements of cars of today. And Imperial means top mileage, too, important to you during the summer big driving season. Enjoy both of these features with Atlantic Imperial, today's best super octane buy. Why not start power-mate travel today at your Atlantic dealers? I'm talking particularly to those who don't have the Atlantic habit as yet. It's a wonderful thing to know that there are Atlantic dealers, stations all over the East Coast from Maine to Florida, ready to serve you, and as far west as the state of Ohio, for that matter. And they've got all of the things that you need to enjoy the travel of your automobile. Maybe it's a 2-car family. All the more reason to practice real economy and yet have the powerful gasoline supplies you need through Atlantic Imperial. Back to the ball game, Fenway Park. Dick Gurnett, the bottom of the second inning, and then Pearsall and White. Gurnett, Pearsall, and White.
Batting .232, 17 doubles, 14 homers and 52 runs batted in. The Red Sox lead 1-0 here. We're in the bottom of the second. Don Larson ready. The fastball is down the middle, strike 1 call. Fastball is high. Ball 1-1-1. Joe Ripley's finding some more of Babe Ruth's records, especially his pitching records. We'll pass him along a little while. There's a curve, gets by Yogi, low and outside, ball 2-2-1. Babe Ruth's lifetime pitching record, he won 92 and lost 44. His earned run record, 2.24. And in the 3 years that he concentrated on pitching with the Red Sox, his records were 18 wins, 6 defeats, 23 wins, 12 defeats, 23 wins, and 13 defeats. Strike 2 as he foul tips a fastball, 2-2 on Gurnett. Matter of fact, in 1916, Ruth had the lowest earned run average. In 324 innings that he pitched, his earned run average was 1.75. The 2-2 delivery is low outside, ball 3-2. Matter of fact, they say if Ed Barrow, who was the general manager at that time with the Yankees, had not shifted Ruth to the outfield, he probably would have rated with Lefty Grove and Carl Hubble as a southpaw hurler. He was that great. Just a tremendous natural athlete. Everybody loved him, and he loved everybody. The payoff pitch. Foul tip. Yogi can't hold on to it. Bounces out of his glove. Gurnett's got a life. Matter of fact, after Ruth became the greatest slugger, he pitched 5 games late in the season to draw the crowds, and he won all 5. The 3-2 pitch is popped in the air. And back at third, Lumpy calling for it. Then Kubek says he'll try for it, and foul territory makes the catch. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And the batter, Jimmy Pearsall. Pearsall's batting .244. 11 doubles, 3 triples, 8 homers, 39 runs batted in. Pitch to Pearsall is ball 1, a little high and outside. 2 away here. 1 away, rather, in the bottom of the second. Nobody on. Fastball is low. Ball 2. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is lined out in the right center field and in there for a base hit. Bauer over to his right, up with the ball. Pearsall around first and holds on as Bauer's throw comes into second base. A long single by Jimmy Pearsall to right center field. Hit number 3 off Don Larson, and here's Sammy White, the catcher. White's batting .251. Has 12 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers, and 25 runs batted in. Marv Thornberry holding first against Jimmy Pearsall. There goes Pearsall. The ball is popped in back of first, but this one going foul as White tried to duplicate Jimmy Pearsall's play of last night in that Pearsall threw his bat at the ball with Gernert running, and the ball hit the bat and just dropped over first in a short right field for a double. Sammy White almost duplicated it, but the ball curved foul just in back of first base. 1 strike. The Red Sox had the hit and run on that time. 1 away. Pearsall down at first. We're in the bottom of the second. The Red Sox lead 1-0. Larson stretches. The pitch is low, ball 1-1-1. Sammy White, who has really changed his stance, asks for time as Larson gets set to pitch. Something blue in his eye. Sammy used to stand with his feet wide apart, almost the length of the batter's box, and the bat way back. Now he's got his feet real close together and holds the bat out in front of him. Throw to first. Pearsall's back. 1 out. Pearsall leads off first. There he goes. The ball is lined into right field, but Pearsall's going to have to hustle back. Bauer makes the catch. The throw to first. Pearsall slides and he beats the throw. Jimmy was all the way down to second base, and White hit the ball hard out where he was supposed to, the opposite field, but a little too far. Bauer made the catch, and Jimmy had to slide back into first ahead of Hank's 1-hop throw into the bag. 2 out. And the bat of Tom Brewer, the pitcher. Brewer batting .196. He has 11 for 56, 1 double and 2 runs batted in. And now let's pause for station identification.
Your dial is set at 1460 WOKO first in Albany, New York. And remember, the Troy Buick Roundup follows the game today with Jack McNamee.
First pitch is outside, a throw down to first base, and Pearsall has to slide back in. He's in there, though. Jimmy's taking a big lead down there. He's trying to bother Larson, and he can. And at the Yankee Stadium, he really bothered Ryan Duran, running up and down the third base line, throwing dirt up in the air and yelling. Look at Jimmy dancing back and forth there. The pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0. And a fella dancing off first base or off any base can bother a pitcher. Jackie Robinson really used to bother the pitchers. He would take just about the biggest lead of anyone I know of first and be able to get back. The stretch. Pearsall jumping back and forth. And just as Larson's ready to deliver, Tom Brewer stepped out of the box. So Pearsall bothered the pitcher, but it was his own pitcher who was at bat, Tom Brewer. Brewer got tired of waiting there and asked for time. Crowd getting a big bang out of Pearsall, dancing off first. Here's the stretch. The pitch is low, ball 3. That's 3-0. And he definitely is getting Larson to think about him over there because he's not concentrating on the batter. Casey Stengel is yelling from the Yankee dugout, get the hitter, never mind that runner at first base. After all, he doesn't want to walk a pitcher. Look at Pearsall, the pitch. Ball 4. And that hand is for Jimmy Pearsall more than for Tom Brewer. Pearsall really rattled down Larson while he was on first base. The first walk of the ball game. And that brings up Don Budden, who led off with a double in the first inning as he hit a ground ball just over third base, ricocheted off the wall into short left field. Don Budden now has 19 doubles. The first pitch is popped foul and back of first and over the roof and out of play. Strike 1. Budden, a right-hand hitting shortstop, digging in. Here's the stretch by Larson. Curve is hit. Oh, a beautiful play by Jerry Lumpy. A line drive that Lumpy had a lunge to his left for, leap up in the air at the same time, and just did glove. And as Pearsall went by, he threw his hands up in the air. A nice play by Lumpy, taking a base hit away from Don Budden. For the Red Sox, in the bottom of the second, no runs, 1 hit. No Yankee errors, 2 men left on base. The score at the end of 2 full innings. The Red Sox won, and the Yankees nothing.
If you drive a car, here's one worry off your shoulders. New Atlantic Safety Service lubrication. Thorough lubrication, plus at no extra cost to check with the battery, tires, radiator, fan belt, and windshield wipers. Don't forget, in the week to come, we'll have baseball for you in 2 afternoons. It'll be Wednesday and Friday over this station to which you're now tuned. And we cordially invite you on behalf of Atlantic Dealers and the Atlantic Refining Company to tune us in. All right? All of the action. This coming weekend at Yankee Stadium, there will be games Friday, Saturday against the White Sox, and also on Sunday, a doubleheader against the Detroit Tigers, a week from tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be a single game, the close of this weekend visit by the Yankees. It started Thursday afternoon, played last night, today, and tomorrow at Fenway Park.
And, of course, all men may be destined to fade from memory, but one of the last ball players forgotten will be Babe Ruth. Marv Thornberry steps into the batter's box as we get ready to go here in the top of the third. The first pitch to Thornberry is hit on the ground at second base. Reynolds up with it. Over to Gurnett, and it's 1 away. Thornberry was up there batting .223. That'll bring up Don Larson, the pitcher. Larson is batting .326. He's 14 for 43, has 1 double, 3 homers, and 12 runs batted in. 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox are in the top of the third with 1 out and nobody on. The windup by Tom Brewer. The curve is low and inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 delivery. A drive to left center field. Pearsall going back under it and makes the catch. And Jimmy is stepping gingerly over what must be a puddle there. It must be. There's Jimmy kicking his spike, getting the water off him. That's another one of those low spots here at Fenway where the water drains off. And now Jimmy's walking around it as long as he doesn't have to run through it to get a ball. Quite an actor, Jimmy Pearsall. Quite a ball player. 2 away, and here's Hank Bauer. Bauer flied to Pearsall in center field in the first inning. Hank batting .287. First pitch to Hank is strike 1 call, a fastball down the middle. Tom Brewer is 6 feet 175 pounds. He was born in Wadesboro, North Carolina, now lives in Shirore, South Carolina. The curve is just inside, ball 1, 1-1. Last year, Brewer won 16, lost 13. Pitch to Hank is hit on the ground. Budden at short up with it, the long throw. Gurnett jumps up in the air, but Bauer's safe. As Gurnett jumped up in the air to get the high throw, he tried to tag Bauer coming by, but Hank was across first. That'll go as an error for Don Budden. Yeah, that's it. You wouldn't know that one. Here's Tony Kubek. Kubek bounced out short to first in the first inning. Takes a curve low, ball 1. Brewer stretches. Bauer leads off. The fastball is down the middle. Strike one called. 1-1. 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox here in the top of the third. 2 out. Hank Bauer down at first base. Don Budden seems to make errors on the easiest chances. But when he has to go far to his right or left, he throws in one motion. When he takes his time, he makes a bad throw. The fastball is inside. Ball 2, 2-1. And, of course, that's one of the hazards of playing the infield. When you get a ball right at you, you've got a lot of time, you try to aim the ball. And that's when you usually make a bad throw. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kubek. Mickey Mantle on deck. The pitch is swing and a miss on a high changeup. 2-2 on Tony. Kubek batting .274, has 17 doubles, 1 homer, and 35 runs batted in. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Foul at the plate. Count holds it 2-2. Actually, it's closer to the right field foul line than it is to the left field foul line here at Fenway. It's 3-2 down the right field line, 3:15 in left. But in right field, it just goes straight out. You've got to really pull the ball to get it in the seats. Left fielder goes straight across. Here's the pitch. Ball 3-2. The fans moaning because Sammy White caught that ball, pulled it down a little bit. Sammy's one of the best in the business for a catcher pulling the ball. After they catch it, they pull it real quick over the plate. And, of course, it makes the umpire look like he's missed it, at least to the fans in the stands. Full count on Kubek, so Bauer will be off and running as there are 2 away. Brewer stretches. There goes Bauer. The pitch is popped in the air and back at third. Malzone digging back, but that ball's going back into the seats and out of play. Count holds it 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes on Tony Kubek. 2 out. Bauer at first. We're in the top of the third. The Red Sox lead 1-0. Here's the stretch. The pitch is fouled over the Yankee dugout and off one fan's hands. It's a good thing he had him in front of his face. Well, he'd have got hit square on the schnozola. Bounced down. The seat in front of him, there's a kid with a broken arm picks up the ball. Got his arm in a cast. Now he's waving the ball around. It was an easy way for him to get the ball. Three balls, 2 strikes on Kubek. The pitch is outside, low, ball 4. First walk given up by Brewer, and that brings up Mickey Mantle with 2 out, runners at first and second. And Sammy White now out to the mound talking with Tom Brewer. Brewer worked a little too careful on Tony Kubek and lost him with a 3-2 count after Tony fouled off 2 pitches, and now he's got Mickey Mantle to worry about. Mick flied out to left field in the first inning, batting .305. Here's a stretch by Brewer. The pitch to Mickey is strike 1 called, a curveball. Just snipped the outside corner. Brewer checks the sign from Sammy White. The stretch, the runners lead away. The pitch is strike 2 as he tried to check his swing, but the momentum of his swing carried his bat across home plate. 0-2 on Mantle. Mickey really fooled on that pitch. Bauer leads off second. Kubek off first. Brewer stretches. The pitch to Mickey is just outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mantle. Always a lot of excitement generated up here in Fenway Park when the Yankees meet the Red Sox. No matter what the score, no matter how much of a lead the Yankees have on them. Here's the stretch. The pitch. High. Bauer had a big lead at second base, but he didn't go. Budden's playing in the hole. And Runnels playing deep at second base. Nobody bothering Bauer. 2-2 on Mickey. 2 out. 2 on. 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox here in the top of the third. Brewer looks back at Bauer, leading off second. Now he stretches. Mantle digging in at the plate. The pitch. Strike 3. Swings and misses. So for the Yankees, in the top of the third, no runs, no hits, 1 Red Sox error, and 2 men left on base. The score at the end of 2.5 innings of play, the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing.
And that strikeout really set them going. Speaking of going, get ready, get set, go. Oh, they're familiar words with a great new meaning today. Get ready with Atlantic Imperial gasoline. Get set for that power-made travel. And be on the go for the finest driving yet. All possible because Atlantic Imperial gasoline is available and gives you top power, the kind your car demands. Atlantic Imperial gives you top mileage, the kind that stretches the driving pleasure because it stretches the dollars of your driving budget. Yes, Imperial is your car's power mate for 58 in the years to come. So see your Atlantic dealer today. Ask for Imperial, today's best super octane buy. Enjoy power mate drive. Atlantic and baseball. The New York Yankees tomorrow, single Sunday game, Fenway Park, airtime 1:55. Moving into the bottom of the third inning, Phil will call the plays for you. Runnels, Williams, and Malzone come to the plate against Don Larson.
Don't forget the Yankees will be home Tuesday night. The Western clubs start their invasion at Yankee Stadium. And the Cleveland Indians will lead the Western clubs into the Yankee Stadium. With a night game Tuesday, a day game Wednesday. The White Sox come in for a night game Thursday, a day game Friday and Saturday. And Saturday is Ladies' Day. That's the 23rd of August. Followed by a doubleheader with the Tigers, and then the Kansas City A's close out the Western invasion. Pete Runnels, who bounced out second to first, leading off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third. They lead 1-0. Pete's batting .328. Fastball is bunted foul to the left of the plate. Strike 1, 1-1. Runnels tried to catch Lumpy, laying back at third, but fouled the bunt off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out and nobody on. Ted Williams is on deck. Larson ready on the mound with his no wind-up delivery. Here's the pitch. High outside, ball 2, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Ted Williams on deck swinging the weighted bat in his own bat around. I tell you, that weighted bat is heavy, but he swings both those bats like a toothpick. There's the pitch. Strike 2 call. Full count on Pete Runnels. Runnels is a lot like Williams in his stance in that he doesn't move. He just bends his head back to allow the catcher to throw the ball back to the pitcher. Here's the pitch. High outside, ball 4. He lost him. Second walk given up by Don Larson, and here comes Ted Williams. Williams hit a long sacrifice fly to left field in the first inning, driving in the only run of the ball game for the Red Sox, and the only run of the ball game for both teams. Ted remains at .312, his batting average. Thornberry is holding first against Runnels. McDougal in the hole between first and second. The pitch is low outside, ball 1. Williams is happy to face Larson with a man on base because Ted has said time and again that Larson's the toughest man for him to time with that no wind-up delivery. But with a man on base, of course, he can get his timing. Here's the stretch. The pitch is low inside, ball 2-0. Yogi calls time, shaking his head, talking to plate umpire Frank Umont. No balls and no strikes on Williams. Here's the stretch. The pitch is strike one call. Fastball on the outside corner. Ted is choking up on the bat about an inch and a half here of late. He says he's getting his timing a little better that way. The pitch is a curve hit high in the air, deep to right. Bauer going back, and makes the catch right against the low right field wall. Reynolds tags up and easily goes into second base. As Hank Bauer had to back up 380 feet from home plate with his back against the low barrier just in front of the seats, reached into the stands actually to make the catch. Reynolds tagged up and easily got down to second base. That's how deep that ball was hit. That's just about the longest part of the park in right and right center that you can hit the ball to. In center field, straight away is 420. So Ted Williams flies out deep to Hank Bauer. Reynolds goes to second. Malzone, who doubled the left field in the first inning, is the batter. Malzone batting .303. Right-hand hitting third baseman. Larson sets. The pitch is low, ball one. Slow curve is line foul, back over the roof and out of play down the left field line. One ball, one strike on Malzone, one away. The Red Sox lead 1-0. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the stretch by Big Don. The ball is low outside, ball 2-1. Reynolds with a short lead off second. Pitch to Malzone is hop foul. Yogi chasing it back, but that ball is coming back into the stands and out of play. Oh, a youngster tried for it, then at the last second went away from it. Was afraid to try to tackle it with his bare hands. Just a young kid, and it bounced on the cement, bounded high back into the stands. Some of the fans getting on him down there good-naturedly. He's just waving his hands. Well, he'll have something to tell the boys when he gets back home tonight. 2-2 the count on Malzone. One out. Larson stretches. The pitch is popped in the air and back of first. Thornberry going back. Under it. Makes the catch in short right field for out number 2. Reynolds holds it second. 2 away, and here's Jackie Jensen. Jensen flied out to right field in the first inning. Jackie's batting .310. Jensen digs in with that right foot. It's a solid toe hold. His left foot is pointed out towards the pitcher. Pitch is popped in the air. Back of the pitcher's box. Kubek and McDougal flip the glasses down. Now Kubek calls for it. Makes the catch right by the pitcher's box for out number 3. So for the Red Sox in the bottom of the third, no runs, no hits, no Yankee errors, one man left on base. The score at the end of 3 full innings, the Red Sox won and the Yankees nothing. Fans, this Sunday at Yankee Stadium will mark the return of the colorful Detroit Clowns, who will meet the champion Kansas City Monarchs in a Negro American League doubleheader at 2 p.m. And returning to the stadium with the Clowns will be the fabulous Goose Tatum and the equally noted Sweetwater Clifton. And it should be a big afternoon on Sunday. And don't forget, too, fans, for your ticket shopping convenience, the Yankee Stadium Advance Ticket Office on East 157th Street will be open all day tomorrow, that's Sunday, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yogi Berra will lead off for the Yankees. Before Yogi gets up there, we'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. All other games in the American League are played tonight. Washington at Baltimore, Cleveland at Chicago, Detroit at Kansas City tonight. In the National League, Philadelphia at Milwaukee. The Phillies scored in the top of the first. They lead 1-0 with Milwaukee, batting Simmons against Spahn. Chicago at San Francisco starts later on. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Friend against Haddix. No score. The only game scheduled in the National League. Yogi bounced out second to first in the second inning, batting .262. Brewer ready. The first pitch is high outside, ball 1. The windup. And the pitch to Yogi is popped foul over the roof and out of play. 1-1 the count. Got a little chilly up here in the radio booth. One ball, one strike. Brewer ready. The curveball is lined in left field, way back there, way back, and off the wall. Williams plays it on 2 hops, but Yogi is in at second with a double. That ball looked like it might go all the way for a home run, but hit on the top of the fence, and Yogi is in second base with a double. Hit number 2 of Tom Brewer as Yogi went to the opposite field. For Yogi, that was his 13th double of the year. And it'll bring up Gil McDougall. Gil single to left in the second inning, batting .261. Malzone now moves in a little at third in case McDougall bunts the pitch. Strike 1 call, overhand curveball. Norm Sieben is on deck. Here's the stretch. The pitch is bunted. Brewer off the mound, up with it. Goes to first in time to get McDougall. Berra goes down to third base, and the sacrifice works. From the pitcher to the first baseman, from 1 to 3. 1 away. Here's Norm Sieben. Sieben hit into a force play in the second inning, batting .305. And now the Red Sox infield moves in for a possible play at the plate. The Red Sox lead 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. 1 away, Berra leading off third. The pitch to Sieben is strike 1 called. Fastball just above the knees on the outside part of the plate. A tough pitch to hit. Brewer, of course, trying to keep the ball low so that Sieben hits the ball in the dirt, where they have a chance to get Yogi trying to score from third. The windup. The pitch is strike 2 called. A sharp breaking curve ball in the same spot. 0-2 on Sieben. Jerry Lumpy is on deck. Brewer into the windup. The pitch is a curve. He checks it. No swing. Fans thought he had swung, but he started to swing, checked it, and pulled his body away. And that was really a sharp breaking curve. That one broke below the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brewer put a little extra on that curveball. Really broke it off. Of course, that's the mark of a real good pitcher, when he's got that little extra to fall back on when he's in a jam. All right, the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Another curve. He's strike 3 swinging. Man, he pitched even perfectly. Everything down low around the knees. And that's the first strikeout of the ball game. Nope, second strikeout. Struck Mantle out. And that brings up Jerry Lumpy with 2 out. Yogi remains at third. Lumpy hit to first base in the second inning. Batting .281. On deck, Marv Throneberry. Here's the first pitch to Lumpy. Strike one. He foul tips it back into the glove of Sammy White. Another curve in that same spot. Oh, just think of a pitcher could put it there all the time. Low and outside, yet it's still a strike and a tough place to hit the ball. Yogi running up the line. Here's the windup. Fastball is low. Ball 1-1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Here in the top of the fourth, the Red Sox lead 1-0. The pitch to Lumpy is fouled off his right foot. Oh, man, that hurt. Brewer off the mound fielded the ball. Didn't realize it had hit Jerry off his right foot. Now Jerry is really limping. Reaches down with his left hand to touch his foot. And leaning on the bat. That really hurt because it hit solid, straight down, and then rolled out towards first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lumpy. Lumpy's having trouble standing still. That's when it hurts. Keep moving that foot around. Doesn't feel too bad. The windup by Brewer. The pitch is hit on the ground at second base. Ronald's up with it. Over to Gernert for out number 3. Brewer pitches himself out of a jam, and for the Yankees in the top of the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, no Red Sox errors, 1 man left. The score at the end of 3.5 innings of play, the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing.
Good old summertime, and the living is mighty easy. The driving is better than ever thanks to that Power Mate drive from Atlantic Imperial Gasoline. Atlantic Imperial is today's best super octane buy. This lets you hum along the highway so nicely. That's right, Atlantic Imperial. It gives you that gasoline superpower a big modern car engine requires, demands, needs, any other word to that effect. You get the added budget benefits of top economy mileage so that you can go more and do more and enjoy every mile. So, once you get that Power Mate travel, yes, get the most out of summer driving and on into the days of autumn, too. Wherever you travel, any season of the year, start your journey with Imperial from the Imperial Gasoline Pump at your nearby Atlantic dealers. Lots of Atlantic stations around Boston. They're as well known as Fenway Park. You can bet on that. And lots of people count the Atlantic station not far from home or place of business as the base department store for good motoring every time out. Let's pause 10 seconds for station call time on the Yankees Home of Champions Network.
All Yankee baseball games are brought to you by Valentine Beer and Ale and Atlantic Gasoline Companies exclusively in the Capital District over WOKO 1460 First in Albany, New York.
That's into the batter's box. We've got ourselves a red-hot pitching duel here at Fenway Park in Boston between Don Larson and Tom Brewer. The Red Sox lead 1-0. We're playing the bottom of the fourth. Dick Gernert, who popped his shortstop in the second inning, the batter. The first pitch, low outside, ball 1. Gernert batting .231. Curve is low outside, ball 2, 2-0. Jimmy Pearsall standing in the on-deck circle practicing his swing. The change-up is in there, strike 1, 2-1 on Gernert. Another curve is over. Change-up curve, strike 2, 2-2 on Dick Gernert. Leading off here in the bottom of the fourth. Larson sets on the mound. The no wind-up delivery is low outside, ball 3, full count. The payoff pitch is lined over Lumpy's head. Fair ball down the left field line. Bounds into the lower box seats for an automatic ground rule double. Dick Gernert hits a line drive over Lumpy's head. It's one of the few times I've ever seen that happen here, where the ball hit in fair territory and bounced into the lower left field box seats. Gernert leads off the bottom of the 4th with a double. That's hit number 4 off Don Larson, and for Gernert, that's his 18th double of the year. Here's Jimmy Pearsall. Pearsall singled to deep right center field in the second inning, batting .246. Now the Yankee infield looking for the possible bunt. Here's the stretch. The pitch low inside, ball 1. Must be a north wind blowing here up in the Bean Town. Sure getting chilly. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Jimmy is strike 1 as he just tried to punch that ball over Marv Thornberry's head. Just enough to advance Gernert to third base and maybe get himself a little base hit. He did it last night. 1-1 on Jimmy. Larson stretches. Kubek holding Gernert close to second. The pitch, Pearsall pushes a bunt. Larson up with it, and the runner does not advance. The throw to first is in time. Dick Gernert did not go to third base. And I don't know whether Pearsall realizes that Gernert didn't go to third. But the sacrifice fails to work as Pearsall tried to push the ball past Larson. He didn't get it far enough to Larson's left. Don wheeled around, and Gernert halfway down decided to go back to second. Then Larson continued wheeling around and fired to first in time to get Pearsall. Gernert remains at second base. That was an unusual play. That it would have been tough for Larson to get Gernert at third. It was not a forced play. His throw to third, Lumpy would have had to tag Gernert sliding in. But Dick's not an especially fast base runner. Here's Sammy White. Sammy flied to right field in the second inning. Pitch is hit high in the air. Kubek at shortstop on the edge of the outfield grass. Under it, and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 away, and that'll bring up Tom Brewer. Brewer walked in the second inning. Batting .196. Tom gets a nice hand. His record has been a big disappointment for the Red Sox fans and for Brewer himself. He's only won 6 and lost 10 this year. So he was expected to play a major part in the Red Sox bid for a pennant. And he could have made the difference in about 6 or 7 games. All right, here's the stretch. The pitch to Brewer is popped high in the air, short right center field. McDougal back, Bauer and Mantle coming in. And then Mantle calls for it and drops the ball. He dropped the ball. Mantle drops the ball as he and McDougal got mixed up in their signals. Mantle and McDougal pulling a little bit of the Alphonse Gaston act. You take it, I've got it. They both stopped a couple of times, and Mantle is charged with an error. The run scores, and the Red Sox lead 2-0. It was just a high, ordinary pop fly to short right center field. Gill was back. He was under it, and he must have heard Mantle coming in. He stopped. Mantle stopped, and then Mickey lunged for it at the last second. The ball rolled right out of the pocket of his glove. An error charged to Mantle. The run scores. The Red Sox lead 2-0. Don Budden takes a pitch low, ball 1. All those things can happen so easily out there. With the crowd yelling, it's hard to hear the outfielder or the infielder saying, I'll take it, or you take it. And they were both caught looking at each other. There's a slow curve in the dirt, ball 2-0. And, of course, there's the problem of running into each other. That's why McDougal had to stop and why Mantle had to stop. Most of the fellas don't want to get injured now. World Series time is drawing clear. Curve is low outside. Ball 3, 3-0. That run will be unearned. Two out. The 3-0 pitch to Budden. Strike one call. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Low, ball 4. Budden gets a base on balls. The third one given up by Don Larson. And that'll bring up Pete Runnels. Runnels bounced out second to first and walked. Batting .328. Brewer moves on down to second base. Budden down to first. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. The Red Sox lead 2-0. Pitch to Runnels is popped foul to our left and out of play. Over the roof. Cowboy Pete Runnels, a left-hand hitting second baseman of the Red Sox, who leads the American League in batting. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Just outside, ball 1-1-1. Sets on the mound. The changeup is lined into right field for a base hit. Here comes Brewer around third. He'll score. Going into third base, Don Budden, and holding at first, Pete Runnels. An RBI for Runnels, and the Red Sox lead 3-0 with Ted Williams coming to bat. Williams hit a sacrifice fly in the first inning and flied out deep to right field in the third. 0 for 1. He swings a high fly to the infield. McDougal coming in, Throneberry coming in, and McDougal makes the catch. At the last second, Throneberry stops. So for the Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth, 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 Yankee error, 2 men left on base. The score at the end of 4 full innings, the Red Sox 3 and the Yankees nothing. Not too much action in the scoreboard in the American League, as a matter of fact. 3 night games, Washington at Baltimore, Cleveland at Chicago, Detroit at Kansas City play tonight. In the National League, Philadelphia 1, Milwaukee nothing at the end of an inning and a half. Simmons against Spahn. Chicago at San Francisco starts later on. Pittsburgh nothing. Cincinnati nothing at the end of 1. Friend for the Pirates. Haddock started. Schmidt in the second. Thomas has just homered in the second, and the Pirates lead 1-0. And they are the only game scheduled in the National League. And now Mel Allen coming over here.
Hello there, everybody. Your host, Ballantine Beer, the largest selling beer in the East. Enjoy a glass of Ballantine right along with the game. Icily light, smooth, and delicious. Man, but it's good. 3-0 in favor of the Red Sox as we go to the first half of the 5th inning. Marv Throneberry hitting 8th in the order will be followed by Larson, and then leadoff man Hank Bauer. Throneberry batting .221. Marv grounded out in the third inning to Pete Runnels. Tom Brewer goes to the windup. Around comes the right arm. The pitch. High, ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, little roller, hit to Gurnett. He tosses to Brewer, covering, one away. Now Don Larson. Batting .318. Fly to center field in the third. Strike one. Brewer's next pitch is low outside, ball one, 1-1. One and one the count. Next pitch is low, ball two, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Next pitch, swung on, foul back out of play. A 2-2 count on Don Larson. One away, first half, the fifth inning. The Red Sox leading 3-0. The old butterfly flitting out around in front of the plate. Right in the path of the ball, too. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit to short. Up with it is Button. The throw on to first in time. Two away. Now stepping up, Hank Bauer flied to center and was safe on a throwing error by Button. Outfield around to the left. Infield deployed well around toward third. Now the pitch to Hank. Swung on. Foul ball hit to Crissetti. Coaching at third. Strike one. Tom Brewer's pitch. Swung on. Say fly ball into short center. Coming fast. Three men, and the ball is caught by Runnels with his back to the plate, going away. Beautiful catch by Runnels. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on, and at the end of 4.5 innings of play, the score, the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. Say, mister, you want a beer that looks lively golden and crystally clear, that tastes icily light, smooth and delicious as can be? Well, sir, just pour yourself a tall, foaming glassful of the crisp refresher, Ballantine beer. Ballantine beer is icily light and as refreshing as a plunge into a pool on a hot summer day. No wonder they call it the crisp refresher. You just get yourself a tall, foaming glass of Ballantine beer right now. Lift it to your lips, take a deep, delicious swallow, and man, now you know Ballantine beer is really the crisp refresher. And remember this, Ballantine's now the largest selling beer in the East. Most folks know that when it comes to checking around. You just find out that that's the truth. For honest-to-goodness refreshment, Ballantine can't be beaten. So you just make that 3-ring sign and ask the man for Ballantine. Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher. It's the last half of the 5th inning. Frank Malzone coming up with Jensen on deck and Gurnett to follow. Malzone hitting .302. Double to left and pop to first. Don Larson ready to work. And the pitch to Malzone. Ball 1. Next delivery, swung on, slow bounder to short. Kubek charges it, throws on to first in time. 1 away. Jackie Jensen flied to right and popped to short. Hitting .309. The pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next delivery, swung on, lined out into left center for a base hit. Mantle takes it on the second hop, throws on into Kubek. And Jensen rips a line single to center. Here's Dick Gurnett, fouled out to Kubek and double to left. Batting .233. 3-0 Boston. 5th inning. Larson's pitch is into the dirt. Yogi blocks it, kicks it out in front of the plate. No advance. Jensen on first base with 1 out. Larson takes the stretch, check to the runner, throws easily over to first. Jensen's back. Don ready. And the pitch. Over the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. Sets. And the pitch swung on. There's a drive to deep left. That ball is gone up into the screen for a home run. Dick Gurnett lines into the screen for his 15th homer and his 53rd and 54th runs batted in, and the Red Sox now lead 5-0. Here's Jimmy Pearsall, who singled to center and was out on a bunt. Larson's pitch is bunted foul, strike 1. Dick Gurnett laced one up into the screen. Nothing favor Boston. 7 hits off Larson. Next pitch is inside, and the count is 1-1. ball, 1 strike. Next delivery, swung on, a bouncer to Lumpy. Third baseman throws to Throneberry, and Pearsall is retired. 2 down, and Sammy White steps up, line to right and popped to short. Nothing Boston, 5th inning. Now the pitch. It's in there, strike 1. Don's next delivery is high, and the count is 1-1. Ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is swung on and popped high in the air. One ball, 2 strikes. Now the pitch to White, swung on, foul tipped and dropped. Count remains 1-2. Larson's next pitch. It's outside. 2-2 the count. 5-0 favor Boston. It's the 5th inning. Now the delivery. Swung on, lined over third down the left field line. Sebring chasing into the corner. White rounds first, heading for 2, and has to go back as Sebring makes a fine recovery in the corner. White singles to left for the 8th hit given up by Larson. And now Tom Brewer coming up. Walk and was safe on a drop fly in short center. Larson all set to work. The pitch outside, ball 1. Larson's delivery. Swung on. There's a drive to deep left field, and that ball is going up against the wall. Here comes White on his way to the plate. Here's the relay into the plate. Kubek throws, and it is not in time. It's a double for Brewer. Brewer doubles White home from first base. 3 runs are in, and it is now 6-0 in favor of the Red Sox. Tom Brewer getting his 2nd double of the year, his 12th hit and 3rd run batted in. Hitting a double off the left field fence. And now up comes Don Button, who doubled to left, lined to 3rd, and walked. 9 hits for Boston. Larson's pitch. Foul tip, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sets, and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right of the plate, out of play. up onto the roof. A 2-strike count. No balls, 2 strikes. Check to the runner and the delivery. It hits him on the shoulder, just nicks him. And Budden is hit by a pitched ball. Just nicked him on the uniform front. Didn't hurt him. Brings up Pete Runnels, who grounded to second, walked and singled to right, hitting .329. What a year this boy's having. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella either. Brewer on second and Budden on first, and now the Yankee bullpen gets busy for the first time today. Zach Monroe. The delivery outside, ball 1. Williams on deck. Two on, 2 out, 3 in, 6-0 Boston, 5th inning. Don Larson ready, pitches, and Runnels takes it high. 2-0. A 2-0 count. Brewer on second and Budden on first. Don Larson to the stretch. He looked around and buffs the runner's back as he stepped off the rubber. Now he's back on. The pitch to Runnels. Swung on. It's a high foul coming down in front of us. Strike 1, 2-1. Brewer leading off second, Budden off first. Larson to the stretch. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Got the outside corner with a curveball. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Next delivery, changeup is swung on and hit right through the middle for a base hit. Here comes Brewer around third to score. Budden stops at second. And Runnels keeps up his solid hitting, driving in his second run of the game. 41 the season. 4 runs in. It's 7-0 in favor of Boston. And here's Williams, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Ted and a sacrifice fly to left. Back Bauer up against the barrier for his long drive in the third. Popped the second and the fourth, hitting .310. Williams digs in. Budden on second and Runnels on first. Larson's pitch is low, ball 1. Frank Malzone on deck. 10 hits for the Red Sox. Larson ready. Pitch to Williams. In there for a strike. Fastball, 1-1. Woods off second. Runnels off first. Larson pitches, and Williams takes it low and inside. 2-1. Ted digs in, but Larson walks in behind the mound for a moment. Turns, touches the rosin bag, comes back up on the hill. Getting Yogi signed. 2 runners lead away. The stretch by Larson. Now the pitch. Swung on. It's a high fly ball to left. Seburn's under it. And he makes the catch. Retiring the side. 9 men batted. 4 scored. 5 hits. No Yankee errors. 2 left on. At the end of 5 innings, the Red Sox lead 7-0. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 8 men left on. New York, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 4 men left on base. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
All Yankee baseball games are brought to you by Ballantine Beer and Ale and Atlantic Gasoline Companies, exclusively in the Capital District over WOKO, 1461st in Albany, New York.
If you want to hear a sports show that's got a lot in it, you just tune in to Campy's Corner. The great Roy Campanella has his own radio show every night, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Campy's Corner, heard over in other stations, presented by Ballantine Beer and Ale and Camel and Winston Cigarettes, the same folks who send the Yankee games your way every day, both home and away. On the scoreboard in the American League, all-night games, Washington, Baltimore, Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit at Kansas City. In the National League, Philadelphia at Milwaukee, 1-1. At the end of 3 innings, Simmons and Spahn. Pittsburgh 3, Cincinnati nothing. At the end of 3 innings, Friend for the Pirates. Haddock started for Cincinnati. Schmidt in the second. Frank Thomas homered in the second inning. Chicago at San Francisco playing a day game starting later. The only game scheduled in the National League. In the first half of the 6th inning, the Red Sox out front by a score of 7-0. For New York, Tony Kubek hitting second in the order, Mantle on deck, and Barrett Apollo. Tom Brewer in good form. Swings to the windup, around comes the right arm. The pitch to Kubek is a little outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. It's in there, strike 1, 1-1. Now the delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Got him on a slow breaking curve, blowing inside. Tony's hitting 274. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled off into the stands to the left of the plate. The 1-2 delivery. Look out up high. 2-2. Second story pitch. That one was up in the balcony. The 2-2 delivery. Changeup is swung on and fouled off up onto the roof. Red Sox 7, the Yankees nothing. It is the first half of the 6th inning. Tom Brewer's 2-2 delivery. Kubek takes a low fastball. Ball 3, 3-2. He went down to the basement. Went up in the balcony, up onto the roof. The payoff pitch is outside, ball 4. That was in the mezzanine. Kubek walks. Up comes Mantle. Second walk, Brewers issued both times. Kubek the recipients. Mantle flied to left center and struck out, hitting .304. Yogi Berra to follow. Seven nothing Boston, 6th inning. Tom Brewer's delivery. It's in there for a strike. Breaking pitch. Brewer's next pitch is low inside in the dirt. 1-1. Brewer checks Kubek. Pitch to Mickey. It's over the inside corner. Slider, strike 2. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Tom all set. A pitch to Mantle. Inside. Ball 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Brewer ready, delivers, and Mantle swings and sends a long drive. Boy, it is going. It is gone into the bleachers in right center field. Mickey Mantle getting his 34th homer and 74 runs batted in. It is now 7-2. Berra grounded to second and doubled. And the pitch. In there for a strike. Yogi didn't like the call. Mantle wrapped himself about a 440-foot homer over the bullpens to the dividing line in right center and about 15-20 rows up. The pitch to Yogi is grounded foul into the Red Sox dugout. Yogi takes under the dirt. The home run by Mickey gives him the American League lead of 34 to Seaver's 33, Jensen's 32. Ernie Banks leads the majors with 35. Frank Thomas hit his 30th earlier today. Pitch to Yogi, swung on, has a line drive to right, and it's in there for a base hit. Jackie Jensen tosses into Runnels. Yogi, who was hitting .264, gets his second hit, brings up Gil McDougald. Single to left and sacrificed. Working on Gill. Now the Red Sox bullpen gets busy. The delivery in there for a strike. Leo Kiley, a left-hander, and Murray Wall, a right-hander. Here's the pitch to Gill. It's low outside. 1-1. McDougald swings and sends a ground ball to Budden over to Runnels for one. Throw to first, double play. The Red Sox coming up with their 125th double play of the season. 2 down, nobody on, and here's Norm Sebring, who grounded to second and struck out, hitting .304. Red Sox leading by a score of 7-2. It's the 6th inning. Tom Brewer's pitch to Sebring is in there for a strike. One strike pitch. Change up is low and inside. The count is 1-1. Next delivery in tight at the belt. Ball 2, 2-1. Two-one pitch. It's low, ball 3, 3-1. Tom Brewer from South Carolina. As a rule through the years, Brewer's had trouble with New York. He's a pitcher with good stuff. The 3-1 delivery. Swung on, a ground ball hit. Backhanded by Gernert. The throw to Brewer in time, and a beautiful play. And the side's retired. 2 runs on Mickey Mantle's 34th homer with 1 on. 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, the Red Sox 7, the Yankees 2. Here's a song about Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher.
To be crisp, a beer must be icily light.
Icily light.
Smooth and delicious, precisely right.
Precisely right.
Dively golden, crystally clear, the crisp refresher.
The crisp refresher. Ballantine beer. Hey, get your Cobia. Hey, get your Ballantine. Hey, get your cold beer. Get your ice cold Ballantine beer.
Ballantine beer is now the largest selling beer in the East. You might know a beer so fine would be made by P. Ballantine and Sons, Newark, New Jersey. Frank Malzone leading off in the last of the 6th inning. Takes a curveball over the outside corner. Strike 1. Malzone doubled, popped to first, and grounded to short. The right-hand batter lines this one deep to left field, and it is up against the wall. Sebring plays the rebound and whips his throw into McDougald. A foot short of being a homer. So it's a single. Malzone, who was hitting .302, singles high off the left field wall. Here's Jackie Jensen, flied to right, popped to short, and single to center. And Casey's coming out of the dugout. With Zach Monroe warming up. ball for Larson. Went 5 innings plus, giving up 11 hits. Walked 3 men, hit a batter. No strikeouts. 2 of the runs were unearned, but the other 5 were. And Zach Monroe is coming in. Zach Monroe relieved last night. Coming in for the 14th time this year since he was called up from Denver. He started 4 games, a 2-1 record, 0-0 against the Red Sox. A hand for Larson. Taking his warm-up pitches. Casey returns to the dugout. Final game of the series tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. We'll be on there at 1:55. The Yankees will be home Tuesday night with the Cleveland Indians, and Wednesday afternoon. And then the surging White Sox, who have won 11 out of their last 14, will be coming in next Thursday night, Friday and Saturday afternoons, a ladies' day a week from today. August 24th, the Detroit Tigers in for a big Sunday doubleheader with Frank Larry and Jim Bunning. Probably the Tiger pitchers. We will wait official notice. By the way, the Yankee Stadium advance sale ticket window will be open tomorrow, Sunday, 9 to 5 for your shopping convenience. Red Sox out in front, 7-2. It's the last of the 6th inning. Malzone on first base, nobody out. Here's Jackie Johnson with Dick Gurnett on deck. Kershaw to follow. Zach Monroe's delivery in there for a strike. Johnson hitting .311. Monroe's next pitch, outside low, ball 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, it's over, strike 2, 1-2, palm ball. Malzone on first, nobody out. Monroe into the stretch. And the pitch. Low outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swung on, hit foul behind the plate. Yogi comes back toward the screen. He's under it and has it. No advance. Throws down to first, but Malzone gets back. Jensen fouls out to Berra. Dick Gernert fouled to Kubek in behind Lumpy. Double to left and hit a homer into the left field screen, batting .236. Zach delivers to Gernert outside. Ball one. The right-hander ready. Pitches. Swung on line to left field for a base hit. Sebring up with the ball. Malzone stops at second. The throw goes toward third, cut off by Kubek. Runners on first and second, one out, and the batter is Jimmy Pearsall, who singled to center, was thrown out on a bunt, and grounded to third. Hitting .245. Twelve hits for Boston. Red Sox leading 7-2, sixth inning. Zach Monroe's pitch to Pearsall is over. Strike one. No balls, one strike. Malzone leads away from second. Gernert from first. Monroe's pitch swung on, fouled off to the right of the plate, out of play up onto the roof. The next pitch. Palm ball swung on, grounded to Kubek, to McDougal for one, back on to Thornberry, double play. Sides retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of 6 innings, the Red Sox 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, 9 men left on. The Yankees 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on. All other games in the American League tonight: Washington, Baltimore, Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit at Kansas City. In the National League, Philadelphia at Milwaukee, 1-1 at the end of 4.5 innings. With Simmons and Spahn the pitchers. Chicago at San Francisco, a later start. Pittsburgh 3, Cincinnati 2 at the end of 4 innings. Friend for the Pirates. Haddix for Cincinnati. Schmidt relieved in the second. Frank Thomas homered in the second for the Pirates, his 30th. Robinson in the fourth with 1 on for Cincinnati in the only game scheduled in the National League. Moving into the first half of the 7th inning, it's the bottom third of the Yankee order. Jerry Lumpy, Marv Thornberry, and Zach Monroe. Art Ditmar and Ike DeLocke are the probable pitchers for tomorrow's series finale. The Yankees will be home Tuesday night with the Cleveland Indians. Red Sox 7, the Yankees 2. It's the 7th inning. Tom Brewer swings to the windup, and the pitch. Swung on, hit back to the box by Lumpy. Brewer throws over to first to Gernert, 1 away. And Jerry was hitting .279. Here's Marv Thornberry batting .219. Grounded to second and first. 0-2. Brewer delivers over the inside corner, strike one. The right-hander throws. Throneberry takes high. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. 1-2. Took a good cut at a low fastball. Weather's cooled off today. The pitch to Throneberry is low and inside, and the count is 2-2. A 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch. High, ball three. 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Got him pulling the string on him. 2 outs, and Zach Monroe is due to bat. Nobody warming up. Monroe's coming up. Monroe is 0-for-9. Brewer's pitch in there, strike one. Boston 7, Yankees 2. It's the 7th inning. Next delivery is low outside, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. A lot of broadcast and telecast of this game today. Our own, that of the Red Sox, Kurt Gowdy and Bob Murphy. The next pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. NBC with Lindsey Nelson and Leo Durocher are televising it to parts of the nation. Now the pitch is swung on, little roller, hit to Brewer. He grabs it and runs to first. It was between the bag and the mound. Gurnett went over, and Brewer running over it, grabbed it, and just kept going. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And now, at the end of 6.5 innings, the score remains the Red Sox 7 and the Yankees 2. You know, baseball has its fair share of complications, but here's one on the lighter side that beats them all. Down south, a pitcher batting out of turn hit a home run to win his own game. Seems that he came in to relieve another pitcher who, in turn, was moved to left field. And the pair switched positions twice with the original pitcher batting ninth. Next inning, the reliever mistakenly batted ninth and hit a home run to break a 12th inning tie and won his own game. And the mix-up wasn't noticed until the next half inning. Of course, that was too late for the team in the field to appeal for the batting out of turn. I bet if it was a tall, frosty glass with a crisper pressure, they would have noticed it, though. Fact is, they couldn't have helped it because now Ballantine is the largest selling beer in the East. And that's because Ballantine has just what you want in beer. The tops and refreshment and the smoothest, most delicious taste ever to leave a bottle or a can or a tap. You'll enjoy Ballantine beer, the crisp professor. Try it, won't you? Thank you. Last half of the seventh inning. Red Sox 7, New York 2. Sammy White, batting eighth in the order, line to right, popped to short, single to left, hitting .252. Zach Monroe in relief to the windup. The pitch to the right-hand hitter, outside, ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, lined over McDougal's head to right center for a base hit. Mantle races over, cuts the ball off. White takes a big turn and holds up. Throw is whipped into McDougal. Now Tommy Brewer. Walk, safe on a drop fly and doubled. Brewer hitting .207. Don Budden on deck. One on, nobody out. 13 hits for Boston. Brewer bunts foul right of the plate, strike one. Delivery is foul tip that hits Yogi's hand. Strike two. No balls, two strikes. Monroe's pitch is low, ball one, 1-2. Next delivery, foul back. Count remains 1-2. Next pitch is swung on and hit off the foot of Brewer. It rolls down to Lumpy, starts a play over to second, but it was a foul ball. A 1-2 count on Brewer. 7-2 Boston. It's the seventh inning. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, 3-3 at the end of 5. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, 1-1 at the end of 5. Nobody out in the seventh. Now the pitch. Swung on, and it's hit to the box. Throw to McDougal for one to first. And the ball is dropped by Throneberry. So just one out, force out at second. Monroe to McDougal. One on, one out. The batter now is Don Budden. Double to left, line to third, walked, and was hit by a pitched ball. Pete Reynolds on deck. Zach Monroe checks his runner. The pitch swung on, line to Thornberry, steps on first, and the side's retired. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left on. It was a wicked liner. Thornberry just grabbed it as he danced off the bag. The ball was hit between him and the bag, about a foot off the ground. At the end of 7 innings, the Red Sox 7 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, 9 left on. The Yankees 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on. Phil Rizzuto's coming on over to finish up as we switch back to TV. Phil's coming now.
Well, here we are back on the radio side. Happy Durkin still got his sunglasses on, even though the sun's been in all day. Hank Bauer steps into the batter's box, leading off for the Yankees here in the top of the 8th. The Red Sox leading 7-2. The pitch to Bauer is lined over third base down the left field line. Hank around first base. He's heading for second, and he's in there easily with a stand-up double. Hit number 5 off Brewer. Tony Kubek to be the batter. And say, fans, you know how refreshing a walk through the woods can be? Well, that's the kind of refreshment you get with Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher. Enjoy the largest selling beer in the East soon. Tony Kubek steps into the batter's box. Kubek bounced out short to first and walked twice. Batting .274. Brewer stretches. The pitch to Kubek is strike 1 called on the outside corner. Bauer got his 18th double of the year. Pitch to Kubek is fouled at the plate. Strike 2. And while they're getting a new ball in play, we pause for station identification.
Your dial is set at 1460 WOKO First in Albany, New York. Remember, the Troy Buick Roundup follows the game with Jack McNamee.
Kubek swings at a low curve ball, doesn't get it. Strike 3. And that's strikeout number 4 for Brewer, and here comes Mickey Mantle. Mickey fly to left field, struck out and homered deep into the right center field bleachers for his 34th homer of the year. Mantle now batting .306. One out here in the top of the 8th. The Red Sox lead 7-2. Bauer down at second base, leading away. Brewer stretches. Pitch to Mickey is fouled out of play down the left field line over the roof. Strike 1. One strike on Mickey, 1 out. Leo Carley and Murray Wall up again in the Red Sox bullpen. And for the Yankees, Tom Sturdivant. The pitch to Mickey. Outside, ball 1-1-1. Brewer stretches. The pitch way outside, ball 2, 2-1. Feels like fall weather has arrived here in the bean town of Boston, Massachusetts. Real brisk wind whipping up. Here's the stretch by Brewer. The pitch is just outside, ball 3, 3-1. Sammy White flips the ball up in the air, drops it, picks it up, throws it back to the mound. Sammy thought that ball had the corner. Brewer into a stretch position. The 3-1 pitch is hit high in the air to left field. Williams going back, but it's not deep enough. Ted is on the track, comes in a few feet, makes the catch. Bauer holds at second. Over the roof. Strike one. One strike on Mickey, one out. Leo Carley and Murray Wall up again in the Red Sox bullpen, and for the Yankees, Tom Sturdivant. The pitch to Mickey. Outside, ball 1-1-1. Brewer stretches. The pitch way outside, ball 2, 2-1. Feels like fall weather has arrived here in the bean town of Boston, Massachusetts. Real brisk wind whipping up. Here's the stretch by Brewer. The pitch is just outside, ball 3, 3-1. Sammy White flips the ball up in the air, drops it, picks it up, throws it back to the mound. Sammy thought that ball had the corner. Brewer into a stretch position. The 3-1 pitch is hit high in the air to left field. Williams going back, but it's not deep enough. Ted is on the track, comes in a few feet, makes the catch. Bauer holds at second, and it's 2 away. Two away, and here comes Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra, who was 2 for 3 today, bounced out second to first, double to left, single to right. Yogs batting .267. The official paid attendance $24,925. Pitch to Yogi. Ball 1 just below the knees. Two away. Bauer still down at second base. Led off the inning with a double. The pitch to Yogi is fouled to our left and out of play. And off the top of the roof down the lower deck. Nice catch. The fellow's shaking his hands down there that caught that ball. It caromed off the top of the Skyview seats down into the lower box seats. 1 ball, 1 strike on Yogi. 2 out. The Red Sox lead 7-2 here in the top of the 8th. Brewer stretches. Bauer leads off second. The pitch to Yogi outside. Ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Yogi. Now the sun is shining brightly. The pitch is pop foul, out of play. Right up by Tom Yorkie, Bucky Harris, and Joe Cronin. Johnny Murphy. Just waving to Johnny Murphy, who is the head of the farm system for the Boston Red Sox. Old fireman John Murphy sitting up there with some pretty fair managers and ball players. Joe Cronin and Bucky Harris. I played on the same team with Murphy back in 41 and 42 with the Yankees. That was the year Gomez would start and Murphy would finish the game. Here's the stretch. The pitch to Yogi is strike 3, swings and misses, and he was really fooled on that sidearm curveball. Strikeout number 5 for Brewer and for the Yankees in the top of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit. No Red Sox errors, 1 man left. The score at the end of 7.5 innings of play. The Red Sox 7, the Yankees 2. Pete Runnels, who's having himself another good day at the expense of the Yankees. He's 2 for 3, bounced out second to first, walked, single to right and single to center. He's driven in 2 runs. Pete batting .331. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning with the Red Sox leading 7-2. On deck, Ted Williams. Zach Monroe on the mound for the Yankees. The first pitch to Runnels. Low inside, rolls all the way back to the screen. Ball 1. The windup and the pitch high inside, and Runnels hits the dirt. 2-0 on Pete. Kicks dirt all over the home plate, and plate umpire Frank Umont has to dust it off. Around home plate, they have sort of a reddish kind of clay, different from the baselines and the infield, which is a dark brown dirt. Pitch is outside, ball 3, 3-0. They have the same kind of clay on the cinder path that goes around the field. A 3-0 pitch outside, ball 4. Runnels walks, and here comes Ted Williams. Williams is 0 for 3, hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the first inning. Fly deep to right, popped to second, fly to left. Batting .309. Runnels at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Thornberry holding the base against him. Right now the sun's shining brightly. It's rough on the second baseman and right fielder. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Here's the stretch. Farm ball is outside, ball 2, 2-0. Here's the stretch. Pitch is foul off Williams' foot that time. Man, we've had a lot of that in this series. He really had a cut at that one, but just swung over the ball. Fouled it down into the dirt. Monroe stretches. Runnels leading off first. Farm ball is outside and low, ball 3. 3-1. See if Runnels will be going with the pitch. 3-1, nobody out. Pete leads off first base. Here's the stretch. He doesn't go. The ball is hit back to the box to Kubek for 1. Back to first, double play. A nice play by Zach Monroe to take a base hit away from Ted Williams. That's 2 nice stops that Monroe has made on hard hit balls back through the middle. Play goes from the pitcher to the shortstop to the first baseman, and it's 2 away. 2 out. Here's Frank Malzone. Malzone is double to left, popped to first, bounced out short to first, and single to left. A high hopper down third, and it's a fair ball. It's a base hit for Malzone, his third of the day. A swinging bunt that stopped halfway between home and third. Lumpy picked it up, couldn't make a play. That's a base hit. Malzone's third, and the Red Sox 14th of the afternoon. Here's Jackie Jensen. Jackie fly to right, popped to short, single to center, and popped to the catcher. He's 1 for 4, scored a run, and he's batting .310. The pitch is lined into right field, a base hit. As Malzone around second, heading for third. Bauer up with the ball, has to fire it back to McDougal. And the Red Sox have runners on first and third as Jensen punches a base hit to right field. 2 out, and the batter, Dick Gernert. Gernert's 3 for 4, popped to short, double to left, homered, high in the screen, and single to left. He scored twice, driven in 2 runs, batting .238. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Double play got Monroe out of trouble for a while, but he's back in it again now. Runners at first and third with 2 out. Pitch to Gernert is fouled over by the Yankee dugout, rolling into the dugout. Strike 1. Monroe sets again. The ball is lined into left. No, Kubek makes a beautiful backhanded catch going towards left field. It looked like almost another base hit for Gernert, but a nice play by Kubek. Retires the side for the Yankees. Red Sox, rather, in the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 2 base hits. No Yankee errors, and 1 man left on base. 2 men left on base. Score at the end of 8 full innings, the Red Sox 7 and the Yankees 2. Well, the Yankees need 5 to tie and 6 to go ahead here. We're in the top of the 9th. Gil McDougal, who single to left, sacrificed and hit into a double play, the batter. Gil batting .261. 7-2 in favor of the Red Sox. Next pitch is down the middle, strike 1, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground. Malzone can't get it. Button can't get it. It's a base hit out to left field. They both had a shot for it, but it just missed their gloves. Another base hit for Gil, his second of the day. Hit number 6 off Brewer. That'll bring up Norm Sebring. Sebring hit into a force play, struck out and bounced out to first base. Batting .303. The pitch to Sebring is swung at and missed, strike 1. Next pitch is a curve hit deep to left center field and off the wall. Here's McDougal around second, heading for third. Sebring slides into second with a double. A long line drive to left center field. Hit number 7 off Brewer, Sebring's first hit of the day. McDougal's at third. Stevens at second. Gene Stevens is in left field in place of Ted Williams. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. The Red Sox lead 7-2. We're in the top of the ninth. Jerry Lumpy, who bounced out to first base, second to first, and back to the box as the batter. Mark Throneberry is on deck. Pitch to Lumpy is lined in the left center field. Stevens over Pearsall, and Pearsall makes the catch. McDougal tags up and scores easily after the play. Sieben holds at second. A nice play by Jimmy Pearsall. That's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Jerry Lumpy, scoring McDougal. And it's now a 7-3 ball game. One away. Here's Mark Throneberry. Throneberry is 0 for 3. Bounced out second to first. Bounced out to first base and struck out. Sieben at second base. Enos Slaughter is on deck now, swinging 2 bats. Brewer stretches. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Enos Slaughter, who's been doing a terrific job in the pinch hitting role. There's a curveball outside and low. Ball 2, 2-0. Nothing in 2, rather 2 balls and no strikes on Throneberry. The stretch, the pitch. He lines a base hit in the right field. Sieben coming around third. And he'll come on to score as Jensen's throw comes into second base, and it's now a 7-4 ball game. As Throneberry gets his first base hit of the afternoon. Hit number 8 off Brewer. And Enos Slaughter is coming on to bat for Zach Monroe. Slaughter is batting .340, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in. Dave Ferris and Mike Pinky Higgins are in a huddle on the Red Sox bench. Throneberry's at first with 1 away. 2 runs in here in the top of the ninth. It's a 7-4 ball game. Gurnett not holding Throneberry on. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Slaughter. Strike 1 call. A fastball down the middle. On deck, Hank Bauer. Pitch is strike 2 call. A curveball on the outside corner. Brewer stretches. Pitch is popped down the left field line, but curving foul back into the seats out of play. Nothing in 2 on Enos Slaughter. Mark Throneberry leading off first base. Here's the stretch. Pitch is strike 3 call on the outside corner. 6 strikeouts for Tom Brewer. Enos Slaughter called out on strikes. One of the few times we've seen that happen. Old Eno taking a called 3rd strike. He's got a very good eye up at the plate. And as Hank Bauer starts for the plate, Bill Skyron comes on to bat for Bauer. Hank was 1 for 4. He had a double while he was in there. And Bill Skyron comes on. Skyron is batting .293. Has 19 doubles, 3 triples, 12 homers, 63 runs batted in. The Yankees down to their last out. They trailed 7-4 here in the top of the ninth. Throneberry's at first. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Scarron is strike one called. Sidearm fastball. Brewer stretches again. The pitch is hit on the ground to shortstop. Scarron can't run. Button flips easily to first base. Moose limping. The ball game is over. The Red Sox win it 7-4. Brewer being congratulated as he walks into the dugout. The Red Sox take their second in a row over the Yankees. And for the Yankees in the top of the ninth, 2 runs on 3 base hits. No Red Sox errors and 1 man left on base. And so Tom Brewer picks up his 3rd lifetime win against the Yankees. He's lost to them 11 times. Now, while Joe Ripley gets the totals ready, I'm going to help myself to something I know you'll enjoy. The crisp refresher Ballantine beer. Icily light, smooth and delicious as a beer can be. That's Ballantine. Now the largest selling beer in the East. You know, we'll have another game in the 12th straight year of baseball in Ballantine when the Yankees meet the Boston Red Sox tomorrow afternoon here at Fenway Park. And once again, Mel Allen and I will be on hand. Same station, of course, at 1:55 p.m. to bring you the play-by-play. Here are the totals for the Boston Red Sox. 7 runs, 15 hits, 1 error, 11 men left on base. For the Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 6 men left on base. The winning pitcher, Tom Brewer, whose record is 7 wins and 10 defeats. Against the Yankees this year, he's won 1 and lost 1. As we told you, his lifetime record against the Yankees, he's won 3 and lost 11. The loser is Don Larson, whose record is now 8 wins and 6 defeats. Against the Red Sox, he's won 2 and lost 2. Brewer went all the way. The Yankees scored 2 runs in the 6th inning when Kubek walked and Mantle hit his 34th home of the year deep into the right center field bleachers. They scored 2 more in the 9th when McDougal singled, Sebring doubled, and Lumpy hit a sacrifice fly to center. Thornberry then followed with a single, scoring Sebring. That was all the scoring for the Yankees. For the Red Sox, Larson started, went 5 innings, giving up 11 hits and allowing 7 runs. Zach Monroe finished up. For the Red Sox, they scored 1 in the 1st inning. They scored 2 in the 4th. They scored 4 in the 5th, featured by a 2-run homer by Dick Gernert. Gernert, by the way, had 3 base hits, a single, a double, and a home run. And that was all the scoring for the ball game. Malzone had 3 base hits. Jackie Jensen had 2. Brewer drove in a run and scored a run, helping his own cause. And Pete Runnels, the league leading hitter, was 2 for 3 on the day, finished the day batting .331. So we have another big ball game tomorrow. This broadcast was brought to you by courtesy of P. Ballantine and Sons, Newark, New Jersey, and R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company in cooperation with Sports Network and by authority of the Yankees. It was intended solely for the private enjoyment of you, our listening audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this play-by-play description without the express consent of the Yankees is prohibited. And don't forget to stay tuned for Sports Extra following our broadcast with Gussie Moran, Marty Glickman, and today's special guest, Tom Meany. And now this is Phil Rizzuto saying so long for Mel Allen, Joe Ripley, Pappy Durkin, and for Ballantine Beer, the crisp refresher. And of course for Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette. Tune in our next game tomorrow afternoon. And in the meantime, be sure to look for the famous 3-ring sign and ask the man for Ballantine. Ballantine Beer. Once again, the final score, the Red Sox 7 and the Yankees 4. So long, everybody.